Just recently, I just turned 20 years old, and I believe the most important thing for me right now is to just start, right? When you're in your 20s, the most important thing is to just start whatever idea that you have, right? If you want to, start a business, if you want to be in a boxing gym, if you want to start working out, do it now when you're young. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're older, you're not going to have that much time, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the age where your health starts declining. You know what I'm saying? You start having a lot of brain fog, right? A lot of distractions in your life. Not distractions, but a lot of responsibilities in your life that you have to take care of when you're older, right? When you're young, you have a sense of freedom, right? Freedom as to where you can use your ability to create many things without having a lot of responsibilities. Yes, we have responsibilities at a young age, right? But compared to people who are in their 40s or in their 50s, 60s, is very little, right? And we have to take advantage of that, right? If you're 20 years old, I mean, if you're in your teenage years even, you have to take advantage of the fact that you have the opportunity to create, right? You have the opportunity to use the youthful energy that you have to create many things in your life, right? Create a YouTube channel, right? Vlog, do something, you know what I'm saying? Play a sport, do boxing, exercise, take care of your body, bro. Take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, right? Do not be young and slothful, right? That's the worst thing that you can do, right? Do not be young and just be inside and not interacting with people, not, interacting with the creator of this earth, right? Use that youthful mind to your advantage, right? You are young, bro, right? I'm 20 years old. I'm never going to be 19 again. I'm never going to be 18 years old again, right? But the one thing I'm grateful for is the fact that, I'm able to start many things, right? Without, having much responsibilities. I'm grateful for the fact that, like when I was 18 and when I was 19, I started many things. And now that I'm 20, I'm feeling the fruit of my labor, right? Because of the fact that I started ideas when I was younger, right? And that's the spot where a lot of y'all need to be in, right? If you want to be a businessman, if you want to be very successful, right? It's going to take a couple years, right? And the younger you are to start that, the better. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to having a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can start that at whatever age, it's better to start it when you're young, right? Because naturally, when you get older, you're going to get a lot of wisdom. You're going to get a lot of knowledge, right? But when you have that wisdom with knowledge with God, something different, bro, right? Upgrade your wisdom, upgrade your knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying? Read a lot of books. Don't be the type of person who is always indulging their phone. Don't be the type of person who is always doom scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram. Those apps are not going to teach you anything, bro. They're just not. It's okay to, have a little fun here and there when it comes to, comedy and just watching little videos here and there to make you laugh. But at the end of the day, your 20s is all about building. Your 20s is all about learning, right? You have to build yourself into the man that God wants you to be, right? And this isn't just for men. This is for women as well. You know what I mean? Like, ladies, if you're young right now, do not use that opportunity to experience other men. Don't do that, right? Because you're never going to be able to be the woman that you're destined to be if you're constantly hanging out with multiple men, constantly just wasting your youth, partying 24/7. You're never going to be the woman that you're destined to be, right? You need to work on yourself. You need to work on your mind. You need to work on your intelligence, right? Work on your body, right? Work on your well-being as a woman, right? Be the type of person who's always learning, right? In this life, the man who stops growing, the man who stops improving is the man who stops learning, right? And it's very important that you just keep on learning, right? Keep on, retaining knowledge, right? Keep on trying new things, keep on learning new things, bro, right? Because you never know when that day could be your last day. You know what I mean? Always be the type of person who's learning, bro, right? Get that knowledge that you need in order for you to be the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? Get a mentor, ask for help, you know. I know there's a lot of mentors out there that are, you have to be skeptical about, but it's very important that you get a mentor. It's very important that you get somebody who is in a whole different field than you, right? And what I mean by that is build a relationship with somebody who is experienced in what you're doing. Let's say if you want to build a business, get a mentor who is already experienced in that business, right? Let's say if you want to, become a professional basketball player, get a coach, right? Or take notes for somebody who's already in the NBA. You know what I mean? Simple things like that, bro. Be a person who's always obedient, right? Be a person, because if you're not obedient, you're never going to learn anything, right? If you're always being egotistical and feel like that you know it all, you're never going to be the best version of yourself. You have to be the person who is willing to listen, right? When God tells you to do something, you do it, right? When your mentor tells you to do something, you do it, right? When your parents tell you to do something, you do it, right? A man who is obedient, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna go far. He's gonna go far in life because he knows that he is only human, right? He isn't God, right? And his knowledge is very limited, right? So what he has to do is constantly, learn from other people, constantly learn from God in order for him to be the best version of himself, right? Don't stop learning, bro. Don't stop learning. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm going. Peace.